Marcus Aurelius, alone in his tent on the frozen Danube frontier, wrote a line most people misread. Soon you will have forgotten the world, and soon the world will have forgotten you. Meditations, Book 7. People treat this as melancholy. It is not. It is liberation. The Stoics taught that almost nothing about you is up to you. Epictetus opens the Enchiridion with a blade of a sentence: some things are in our control and others are not. What is not in your control? Your reputation. Whether people notice you. Whether your work is remembered. Whether the room turns when you enter it. Whether the algorithm serves you. Whether your name outlives your body. All of it, outside you. All of it, irrelevant to who you actually are. And here is the counterintuitive twist most modern seekers miss. The Stoics did not say this to console you for being forgotten. They said it to free you from needing to be remembered. Because the moment you accept that you do not need to matter to the world, you stop performing for it. You stop shaping every sentence for approval. You stop measuring your day against people who do not know your name. You become, for the first time, actually yourself. Seneca wrote it plainly to Lucilius. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Not how to be seen living. How to live. But here is what nobody tells you about that sentence: Seneca was writing it while dying in political exile, stripped of every honor Rome had ever given him. He learned it the hard way. Cato learned it before he had to. Marcus Porcius Cato, Cato the Younger, was born into one of Rome's most prestigious families. He could have had anything. Instead, he walked to the Senate barefoot in the Roman winter. He refused the litter every senator of his rank used. He wore the plain black toga of an older, sterner Rome when purple was the fashion. Plutarch tells us his contemporaries laughed at him. Cato did not care. He was not performing austerity. He simply did not need their opinion to know what he was. When his beloved brother Scipio died, Cato wept openly and spent a fortune on the funeral, and Rome mocked him for it, because a Stoic was not supposed to grieve. His answer, preserved by Plutarch, cuts deeper than any philosophical treatise. He said, in essence, I am not performing Stoicism for you. I am living it for myself. He grieved because grief was true. He did not grieve because grief was expected. The audience was irrelevant. And if this is landing right now, save this video. You will want to come back to it the next time you feel invisible, overlooked, or like you do not matter, because the truth Cato lived is a truth you will need more than once. Then came Caesar. The most gravitational force Rome had ever produced. And Cato, who had been irrelevant on purpose his entire adult life, was the one man Caesar could not absorb. He could not flatter him, Cato did not need flattery. He could not threaten him, Cato did not fear ruin. He could not bribe him, Cato did not want more than he had. When the Republic finally fell at Utica, Cato read Plato's Phaedo, the dialogue on the immortality of the soul, twice, and then died by his own hand rather than accept a pardon from a tyrant. He would not let Caesar make him relevant. But that is only half the story. Because what Cato understood, and what Marcus Aurelius would refine 2 centuries later, is that irrelevance is not a fate. It is a discipline. You are not Cato. You do not face Caesar. You face something subtler and, in its own way, harder. You face the notification. The unread message. The post that got no traction. The colleague promoted over you. The friend who forgot your birthday. The quiet Sunday afternoon when nobody needs you and the old panic rises, do I still matter? Marcus wrote in Book 4 of the Meditations, everything is only for a day, both that which remembers and that which is remembered. Read it slowly. The person who forgot you will be forgotten. The platform that ignored you will be gone. The colleague who overlooked you will overlook 100 more before he too becomes irrelevant. You are grieving a game whose scoreboard does not exist. Here is the practice. 3 moves. Take them. First, the morning premeditation. Before the phone, before the email, sit for 2 minutes and say what Marcus said to himself at dawn. Today I will meet people who do not see me clearly. That is their nature. My nature is to act rightly regardless. Rehearse being unseen before the day tries to unsee you. Second, the evening audit. At night, ask one question. Not, was I noticed today? Ask, did I act as the person I claim to be, whether anyone was watching or not? If yes, the day was a success by the only metric that survives you. If no, tomorrow is the correction. Third, and this is the practice Cato mastered, perform one act each day that no one will ever know about. A kindness with no witness. Work done well that will never be credited. A temptation refused in private. You are rebuilding the muscle that has atrophied in the age of the audience. You are learning that you exist even when no one is looking. That is the whole of Stoic freedom in one sentence. Drop this in the comments. When was the last time you did something good and nobody ever knew? That answer tells you exactly how much of your life you have handed over to being seen. CTA, if this is the philosophy you needed today, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Daily Stoic wisdom from Marcus, Seneca, and Epictetus, delivered when you actually need it. But that is only half the story. The next video goes deeper into what Cato did in his final hours that most Stoic teachers still refuse to explain. O you Tyrrell, Marcus wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You will not be remembered. Neither will I. Neither will the people whose approval you are chasing right now. What remains is what you did when it did not matter, because that is the only thing that ever did. If this hit, my video on Marcus Aurelius and the art of being misunderstood will make even more sense now. Walk into tomorrow as the one thing Caesar could not touch. Yourself. Timestamps, midnight. The Stoic truth about you. 045 What Marcus Aurelius really meant. 230 Cato and the man Caesar could not break. 530 The modern epidemic of feeling unseen. 7 o'clock 3 Stoic practices to reclaim yourself. 9 o'clock The one thing that remains. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for daily Stoic wisdom applied to modern life. Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius. Cato.